Hi, Josh. Thank you for joining me today. Talk a little bit about Zenlayer and what you guys are doing. Why don't you tell me who are you and what do you do at Zenlayer?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Josh. My name is also Josh. I'm a senior director at Zenlayer, and we are the premier edge cloud computing company.
All right, excellent. So I know Edge is important,
Extremely important,
and I,
absolutely.
I continue to hear around, from Edge designs to what we want to do at the Edge. Why is it important from the Zenlayer standpoint with respect to the Edge?
So the edge, that's a great question. The edge can be a lot of things for a lot of different companies. So we have approximately 300 POPs in the emerging market where the internet traffic growth has really been taking off over the last couple of years. And we really want to improve that experience and have our processing close to where the users reside and where the data is being generated from.
Got it. So the value is putting computation as close to the user as possible for decisions, for what have you, whatever they're doing. Now, what are some of those use cases of edge computing that you guys are seeing?
So, I mean, you have a lot of places, for example, if you are doing camera surveillance, right, you can take a lot of that data that's generated off those cameras and you can process it right there. You don't have to send a lot of that information back to the origin source, which is, there's a couple issues with that. One, there's security, right? You're sending the data very far and it can be intercepted. Things can happen en route to going back to the origin. It takes a long time, obviously, and it saves a ton of money not having to use that international bandwidth, sending all that data back to the origin source when it can be computed locally.
Gotcha. So for image, like inferencing.
Exactly.
So at the edge, image inferencing, so better decisions then without all of the either latency, cost, infrastructure.
Correct.
Now you guys also have your own connectivity between your endpoints.
We do. We do. We have a fully built layer 2, layer 3 backbone. So it is interconnecting all these, like I said, these 300 edge nodes all around the world. It's interconnected, and it it's very easy. It's very flexible. It connects all this compute, so you can build your own, easily build out the network or scale into the, direct connects into the public hyperscalers is very easy for us to do as well.
What is your favorite part about the edge when you talk to customers?
I would say my favorite, there are a couple of things that I really like about the edge. When I'm talking with customers in specific, again, emerging markets, the internet isn't always very stable out there. It's, it's not as well built up as kind of what you'd see in the United States and Western Europe to an extent. And we're able to bring that level that they would see in the United States and Western Europe to where they are and bring that performance and consistency in what they're doing.
Gotcha. So making it feel for the edge as if they're on a very rich backbone.
A very rich backbone, a very stable network, a very good user experience. Exactly right.
Okay. Where, what are the when you have customers that come and talk to you guys, what are the challenges that they're trying to get through or that they're overcoming by going to the edge?
It's a great question. So the challenge is they're trying to, essentially, first and foremost, they're trying to improve the experience of the application they're trying to deploy wherever they're trying to deploy it. There's, GDPR, there's compliance everywhere. And, a company like Zenlayer, we're everywhere. We very much understand and are involved in knowing best practices to get through that compliance.
So it's taking the cloud complexity of multi-regional practice and simplifying it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And including tax entities and the compliance. And it can be very difficult, even for a savvy company, to kind of navigate their way, places they're not familiar with.
Gotcha.
And
so it's kind of being able to kind of bucketize, if you want to go into this market, here are the rules for the road.
Yes.
And Zenlayer is that kind of best known configuration.
Because we've done it 100 times with small customers, with enterprise customers. We've deployed successfully there, so we can replicate that process. And and do it for new customers.
Onboarding, on-ramping into new markets.
Yeah.
Zenlayer is a great selection because of location and all the history and the processes that are already set up. That is fantastic.
Definitely.
Where, as we look over the next 12 months, you said there's going to be additional growth in the emerging markets. What are some of the challenges that that those emerging markets are going to have? Is it going to be around, network? Is it around bandwidth? Is it going to be around compute? Is it like, where do you think where's going to be the next kind of pitfall or that you guys are already thinking through?
It's a fair question. And I think it comes down to, there's just not the level of necessarily, I'm not saying it's unstable, but the level of stability that you expect in the United States. There can be, acts of political unrest. We know, Eastern Europe, there's things happening there, right, in some of the growth markets. And it's just really trying to get to build up the infrastructure out there to match what is needed to successfully deploy their application the way they want to do it.
Gotcha. So all the power and HVAC and all that, making sure that location is secure.
Make sure it's security, exactly. And yeah, absolutely.
We've been talking about edge computing.
Yes.
What are the three things that Zenlayer brings to edge computing that you believe matters?
The three biggest things that I believe truly matter are our distributed edge network, meaning that it's not just some regions, locations where we can provide this edge service. It is truly global. There are no other companies that have the breadth and the reach that we do as far as an edge network goes, a global edge network. The second thing is our BMC, the ability to have these servers, high performance processing servers at these locations, and allow customers to utilize them in ways that it won't work for a virtualized, kind of low power environment, right? You really need that processing, that compute, and the proximity to your users. And then the third thing, which would be powering our BMC, is the third generation Intel Xeon Core, which we have in all our BMC, and it absolutely helps us scale and allow us to do what we need to do for the customer.
Gotcha. So powered by Intel with a great service offering.
Absolutely.
In so many locations.
Correct.
That's the beauty of edge and working with Zenlayer on the edge.
Absolutely.